Welcome everybody to Feker's Heavenly Kitchen. A recipe is nothing but a guideline. Of course, Miles Davis always said, the master jazz player, you gotta learn how to play like someone else before you play like yourself. With that said, today I do not want you to focus on the recipe. I want you to focus on the techniques and the whys. And you go to foodnetwork.com and download all of those recipes that you want. We have tons of creations and recipes that you can enjoy. But once you learn the hows is one thing. Once you know the whys, you're gonna be able to do all of them. So let's start cooking, shall we? I'm gonna take you through a whole process of making risotto. Why risotto? I chose risotto because there's a myth out there that the risotto is difficult. The first thing that we're gonna do in making risotto, you're gonna make sure your broth comes to a boil and simmers. You never add cold broth to your risotto because you drop the temperature of the pan and the cooking process stops. Check this out, you ready? No oil is in the pan. How is Feker doing that? That is hot. You add the onion to it. It's not gonna stick, but it's gonna instantly caramelize for you. You're gonna add the garlic that has much less water content after the onion, and you buy an anti-burning insurance policy for your garlic. A quick toss. Now we're gonna drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil there. Now the caramelization has happened. A little bit of sage, adding it into the oil, you're infusing the entire oil with the flavor of the sage. We need to toast our rice grains. Two reasons. One is because you're getting that gummy, starchy flavor out by creating that nutty surface flavor. Second of all, you're coating every grain with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, which is the first press of the olive with less than 1% acidity. It is the acidity of the olive oil that dictates what grade it's in. I love extra virgin, and the lower the acidity, the higher usually the price. Did you know that Italy is the largest importer of olive oil? California, hands down. We have some beautiful olive oils out of there. Now, my rice has been toasting. We're going to add a little bit of pumpkin puree in there. So I'm gonna toast some Brussels sprouts here. What I mean by toasting, I have them cut in half and I have them in a non-stick pan, no oil, on an induction cooktop. It takes electricity, turns it into a magnetic field, and heat that pan beautifully. Italians have a beautiful saying, a rice is born in water, it must drown in wine. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna drown it in brandy. Quickly, remove the pan from the fire, drizzle the brandy and sufficient amount, and go back into the fire. Look at this beauty. Look at this, what just happened to us. Notice no salt has been added. You season it now, it's gonna get too salty for you later. Let's bring the broth, the pan to the broth. Just enough broth to cover the surface of the rice. The pores of the grain are gonna open up. They're gonna absorb the liquid. As they absorb, they're gonna release their starch. That's what you get, that beautiful creamy risotto. There is another saying, constantly stir your risotto, because the starch that is released sticks to this best friend that we know as the grain of rice. And by just stirring it, we're separating the two friends and we're creating that creamy texture risotto for ourselves. You're gonna see something magical happen. I use a box grater and grated some beets. By grating something, you're breaking the connecting fibers and they're gonna release their water instantly. Look what's gonna happen. We're gonna add these beautiful shreds of beets in here. Look how beautiful this color is right here. Oh, the robust flavor of beets. A tang of sweetness from the pumpkin puree. The sage that's giving you that earthiness. It is so magnificent. I'm gonna add some goat cheese that has been blended and mixed with some fresh herbs. This stage is called mantecare in Italian or monte au bœuf in French. Turn it completely off. We do not want any direct heat. We're gonna add the goat cheese. Why don't we want any direct heat, everybody? Because the water content and the fat content of the ingredients such as butter or cheese that you're adding are gonna separate. I want you to remember, when you wanna toss this baby, you do not toss and flip your wrist. It's just like your motion of a locomotive and its wheels. We're gonna fold and then we're gonna mix so they're evenly spread between all the grains of the rice. And I'm gonna pull this to the surface of the plate. Look how beautiful runny that is. We're going to take these Brussels sprouts that I've been toasting. Now, let me tell you something about local honey. Local honey is the best anti-allergy medicine you can have on regular basis in a pure form. Why? Because the local bees feed off of the local pollen that you and I have allergies to. That's gonna warm up, drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. You always want to balance seasoning. That's why we add a little bit of salt, not just because we add salt to everything. Dash of white pepper here. White pepper is the black peppercorn with the exterior skin removed, so it dissolves instantly. Let's go over the topography of the rice, drop it, and let that gorgeous plate come together. From my heart to yours. Sorry, I have to taste. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, magnificent. Can't wait to have a chance to cook for you more and to show you truly my passion, spelled P-A-S-S-I-O-N. There is a lot of meaning in that word, and I love to share it with you.